Hi, Shantanu. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you for being the first guest on the Origin Magazine interviews. So welcome, Shantanu.
Thank you so much for having me here. Indeed, it's a special, it's the first edition. So it is special. So yeah, I'm glad to be on board.
So I know that you did mechanical engineering, and right after that, you quit in the middle, and
oh shit, here we go again.
Then you went for the RedBull World Doodle Art Championship in Cape Town. So was that the crucial moment when you decided, okay, I want to pursue art, or is it much later? How would you say?
It was actually much earlier. So
Okay.
see, as a student, as a high school kid, I was very much I was quite a student. Like I was a proper A grader, and I used to score good marks and all whatever. But I was really interested in science and all, so I took up engineering, thinking that it's science and engineering are the same thing, which I was really wrong about. Yeah, but I was really wrong. So later on, second year or first year of college, then I just learned that this is not something that I want to do. But I was already enrolled in a college, so much at stake. So I continued. I continued studying. I continued doing my engineering, but I really sucked at it. I was not that so good, but I'm just grateful for the fact that during my class hours, I was forced in. I was forced to sit in a classroom because it was very strict. Like you're supposed to have a good attendance. You're supposed to come in and you have to sit throughout the day till the end of the class. So it's somewhat not a very college vibe. I think my school was much more lenient than the college that I was going. So slowly I started realizing that this is something I was really interested in, and I was actually kind of getting the hang of it. And I realized actually, there's a lot of my friends saw my sketches and all. They're like, I think you should be doing this instead of wasting your time doing this.
As you started telling me about, you started doodling on that one book that you had in college. And so I just wanted to understand, what has your style of art been like since when you started, and what is it like now? So if you could just tell me a bit about your journey of art, your style of art over time.
So during that time, my art was very much constricted to a certain style, but I was not it was very open-ended. It was very open-ended. Sorry, it was very experimental. So it was all over the place. So it didn't have a particular direction or flow to it because I was just experimenting. But throughout the years, as I progressed, I got comfortable with a particular style of work. So slowly, as time went by, I explored more into this medium. So back then, I used to just practice with ink on paper, just ink and paper work, just pen and ink illustrations. But slowly, I started experimenting with other mediums like canvases, then murals, then digital art.
So we've been talking a lot about your signature style. So I just wanted to understand, what is your art process like whenever you start working on a project? How do you go about it?
Usually my process is very simple. I get up, I straight up get down to work. There's no other stuff in between at all.
I was going through your artworks and I've realized that you've worked for a bunch of really talented artists like Ritviz, there's Divine. And so I just wanted to understand, how was it like working with these artists, and were you fangirling them?
I think it was really amazing working with them because most of the musicians that I've worked with, they've always been sort of the same vibe. We have always connected before we actually worked on anything. And it's been a very easy, I wouldn't say easy, it's been a much comfortable process for me, because most of the artists that I've worked with, they approached me because of my style, not because they had a situation or problem. They loved my work and they thought that it vibed with the music. That's how we connected. And there were always very less changes in design term.
That's the best thing, right? When you don't get any changes at all.
Exactly. So it's straight up on point work. One go, it's done and it's finished. Everyone's happy and everyone's happy about the artwork, and boom, it's out there. So
Yeah.
it has been always been a very smooth and a very amazing time with this guy, especially with
Mhm.
Ritviz, because he's a good friend of mine. Like
Oh,
we have very similar, like very good friend of mine, Ritviz. And this morning only I was talking with Raftaar regarding something, like he wants an art piece for me, and I was just talking with him before this call. So all of the people that I've worked with are very much like my friends,
hmm,
and we
hmm.
hang out together, we chill together, we go to parties, we trash places after parties, and
Wow.
uh, like I've noticed something. All the people that I've worked with, like especially the musicians, they all have their inner child with them. Like the things that
Yeah.
they do, they have uh, that sort of hardworking innocence which is always there, like the
Mhm.
fierceness of focused yet
Mhm.
creative individual, and because of which I could really connect with them, and they could connect with me.
I wanted to know, tell us about your most special artwork, most special project of all time, and why is it so special?
Wow, that's a very
Of
difficult
all time.
question. Yeah, it's a very difficult question. Like I said, I don't like much, like I don't like my artworks.
No.
It's the experience that the artwork is associated with, which I would actually make me enjoy something like an art
Mhm.
piece.
Mhm.
Because personally, most of the artwork that I've done, technically speaking, someone or some artwork or the other might be far superior to some other artwork. But for me, I think the two instances where I really enjoyed my first artwork, my
Mhm.
first ever doodle art official thing that I did for the Red Bull competition would be
Mhm.
something I really am proud of. But
Mhm.
I personally don't find that artwork to be very like great or like technically really a fake piece of artwork or something, a masterpiece. But I really love that artwork because this has changed my life. That particular
Mhm.
artwork has like completely given me whatever I am right now. I was part of an art group in Kumbh Mela a few
Okay.
years back. It
Mhm.
was a art residency program by the Ministry of Culture. So I was part of that art residency. I got to meet some amazing artists there while in the residency. I got to see Kumbh Mela happen, as it was Singhast Kumbh Mela, I think. It was
Okay.
quite huge.
Okay.
And in the fourth day of the residency program, there was a massive storm which just destroyed our art camp, like flattened
Wow.
it. It was
What?
unfortunate, but yeah, but it was unfortunate. But at the same time, I was doing a big painting for around 5 by 5 feet painting, which was inspired from my stay there of the entire Kumbh Mela. So
Mhm.
I was, and everything was submerged under water and like debris and broken down and stuff. So it was like an adventure for me because I try to rescue my stuff, my painting, my art journals, and everything.
Oh.
So it was like a proper movie scene. I covered myself with blankets and a mattress, and I
Okay.
went underneath all those debris, just crawling all for this water to like till my nose and everything, and I was going and picking up stuff, like saving my paintings and all. I rescued everything,
Mhm.
and all our artworks were put on display for a special
Mhm.
exhibition. So all of the artworks were actually somewhat damaged and restored, and
Wow.
you can see the effect of the damage on the artworks, and it was in itself add character to the exhibition. So then it
Definitely.
was exhibited in New Delhi. It was in Indira Gandhi Center for Arts.
So you were mentioning, right, there are a lot of unique artists in India. So if you could name one or two, or if you could name artists that you feel are doing a lot of great work and their art is inspiring, if you could just tell us who you think are great artists like that in India.
Shit, there's so many. And most of them are my friends. If I don't name it, most of them they feel bad now.
No.
I'll just say that the artists that I really like right now, or actually I really dig their style of work. I would say there's Sajid Wajid Sheikh. He's a
Mhm.
friend of mine. I love love what he does with his stuff.
Mhm.
He's a really good artist. Like I love his narrative. I
Mhm.
love how he experiments with his mediums. Sam Madhu, she does incredible illustrations and like and 3D stuff. Kelly, he is from Assam. He's an amazing artist. I love his stuff. Very unique. It's illustration the Kelly. So that's look him up. He's a very underrated artist. And I think his works needs to be out there more, so people to actually check him out. He's an amazing artist. Mehek is there, a giggling monkey. She is also doing damn good. Aaron Pinto, Acid Toad, Gaurav Basu.
Yeah.
He's also a really great artist. So I'm just talking about the artists that I know of, and they're like my friends, and like we like.
Okay.
Are there any international artists that you're loving right now?
Yeah, there are lots of them. Like, first of all, I like, if you want to talk about the dead ones, then there's Salvador Dali here.
Wow.
Of his work.
Wow.
So
Did you
Dali
design
is
it?
there. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So Dali is there. HR Giger. I love his stuff. Like he's also no longer with us, but amazing artist. Amazing, crazy work. HR Giga is there. Salvador Dali is there. Then I love Daniel Ashram. He's amazing.
Okay.
Then there is James Jean. I absolutely love James Jean's work, and you can say most of my work is inspired from his work. I like, it was unintentional, but I ended up like my artworks. I never knew about him. Only it's been few years that I was introduced to his art style. Then I was just realized, oh, holy shit! This is something that I would imagine myself in next 10 years. Like,
wow.
Yo, what is this? What is this sorcery?
The person, not the artist.
Oh yeah, lesser known secret. I've been secretly drinking Monster energy drink. I'm sorry, Red Bull guys.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
But this new Monster, like the new Monster juice is damn nice.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
So I think we're almost done. Just like one last question that I want to ask is that, so what's next for you? Is there anything that your followers should watch out for? What's next?
I think lots. Like if my followers have been like, they've been seeing my work for the last few years, they know that like how much of like work I put up in a month. So it's always like boom, 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 boom. Okay, what next? So it's like there are more surprises coming. Like this will be like very different from what I do usually. It's gonna be very different style, because as you can see right now, my style is somewhat getting a bit saturated, so as to speak, because I'm dishing out a lot of similar artworks which demand me to actually work faster, because of which I'm using sort of like a formula based artwork which works. But over the next few months, like 2-3 months, there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of different styles, a lot of different ways, and a lot of different unique colors and stuff happening, and a lot of massive collaborations also. So stay tuned.
So I think that's about it. And thank you so much, Shantanu, for doing this with us. I honestly had a wonderful time, and I've just been thinking, oh my God, this guy is so talented. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for telling us all about your journey.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This was amazing. I really enjoyed this conversation. Like, this was really fun. Seriously. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.